Naked here with option 3 on how to get the first of the 2 weekly campaign challenges for the week of November 25th through December 1st. Just He is Made of Iron, which requires you to complete any mission on Heroic with the Iron Skull on. And option 3 is the Forerunner mission. I've done Shutdown and Dawn with Iron on, and now we're going to be doing Forerunner. And for this mission, notice we turn Iron on, but I'm also turning on Catch, Tilt, and Grunt Birthday Party. Catch to get the Prometheans throwing grenades at me, Tilt for some additional armoring, and Grunt Birthday Party for the situation where I need to take out grunts with headshots. It makes it easier to see them. So here we go with the start of the mission. This particular mission is a little bit longer than the, option number 2 and a little bit longer than option number 1, but it is something different. First thing we did there was we picked up an auto sentry, flipped over to the pistol, because the AR is totally useless in this campaign.
Come on, let's figure out where that transit system is.
And we're waiting for the waypoint so we can put Cortana into the system. There we go. And we'll skip the cutscene, come out of it, turn left, and jump down here and run through the portal. Okay, now first up we're going to have some crawlers to deal with, and what I'm going to do here is instead of taking them on, I am going to employ my, or deploy my auto sentry right about here, and as they come down the walls and so forth and so on, they're paying attention to the auto sentry and not necessarily me, although one of them came back to me. And I'm able to activate the bridge and get across with some portion of my shields remaining, so that was pretty easy. On Heroic, they don't really shoot all that straight, or they're all that aggressive.
Well, he's just a ray of sunshine, isn't he?
That was a forced cutscene there. Nothing you can do about it, at least on solo. I don't know whether or not you see that co-op. Okay, next up we've got 6 crawlers, a watcher, and a knight. And the watcher will stay back in the back at all times. The knight will stay back until you take out all 6 crawlers, and then he will advance. We're going to use that to our advantage. Okay, I'm kind of counting here. I'm not sure whether they had 4 or... I think I got one more. One more crawler. Where is he? Where's that last crawler? Oh, here we go. Okay. The knight should teleport. Yep, there he is. He's teleporting out this way. So we're going to run and hide momentarily behind this rock right here. And watch what happens.
We're about to get busy.
He starts slowly walking away, and I run up behind him and backsmack him. That was pretty easy, actually. Grab his light rifle. We're going to take out the watcher next. Normally it's a couple of headshots and 5 shots anywhere will take him out. That wasn't too difficult. We have plenty of ammo in that light rifle. Okay, that opens the door for us, and we're on to the next encounter. There's going to be a bunch of knights spawning outside this next doorway, and further down some crawlers, but we're going to run past all the knights. Right now, go in sprint. Okay, just run right by them. There we go. And the crawlers didn't really even make much of an appearance there. Notice he's throwing grenades at me, or one of the knights is anyway, because we got Catch on. They're throwing grenades.
We must be getting close to the pylon.
Okay, ammo up on the light rifle. Deploy the auto sentry here. That keeps the crawlers busy. And run down here through this cave opening, back through here, back up the pathway, and through this doorway. And Lord, my shield never even got dented. That was pretty easy. Okay.
Distortion.
Next up, we're going to do some more running. We've got to take out 3 power cores to get to the pylon. First pylon. So first off, we jump down to this rock here, and then start sprinting. Notice the crawlers just ran right by me. I'm pretty sure the crawlers are pretty territorial. Those that ran by will not chase you. Okay.
That's the target, but it looks like the entrance.
Sometimes they'll turn and face you. At this
Let's
point,
figure out
sometimes
how
they'll
to
just
take it
keep
down.
running. I was a little suspicious of that one, so I decided to take him
One
out.
of the
So
sealed
here's the
power
first
cores.
power
Take it
core.
out.
I took it out with a back smack or in a melee.
2 more cores on our level.
And right now I'm looking at
Hit them
my
before you
motion
climb all the way
detector.
up.
I see these crawlers run by. There's not a lot of activity on the other side, so I just decided to go ahead and run, turn out and run, go out, turn left, run to this rock right here. Again, you got some more territorial crawlers. Take out 1 or 2 of them, and the other one will retreat a bit. Now we can take out the second core, the power core. You see it? 3 shots and it's gone. So we've taken out 2,
1 to go.
and now we're going to run up to the up on the ramp to the pylon. Now doing it this way eliminates the need to fight through a bunch of knights and watchers. They have not spawned. Okay, now the third one we're going to take out from up here. Just throw a grenade down there and boom, there it goes. All 3 are down. And now I just got to run up through the opened area here. This area originally was blocked by those power cores. So now I can run through and get to the elevator to get to the top of the pylon. And look at all the enemies below that we don't have to deal with. Now, that's just a tactic that the Mythic community and the speedrunners use. Some people may attack those power sources in a different order, but I found that the way that I did it works as well as any. At least it works for me. I highly recommend it.
They'll get caught in the gravity well. I'll keep trying to warn them. You just get that beam down.
As we ride the slow elevator up. Okay. Now we just need to select the activate button, and that allows us to pull this thing out and push it back in and deactivate
The signal from the relay is starting to clear up.
the signal that's jamming the jamming communications with Infinity. Okay, that's 1 down.
They haven't hit the gravity well yet.
Now we got to go to the
There's still
second
too much
pylon and do the
interference to
same
warn
thing.
You've got to disable
But
that
that
other
one's a
beam
lot
before
tougher
they're
to
pulled
get
in like
to
we
if
were.
you're going to battle it out. Well, even just getting to it's tough. But we're going to employ some techniques here to bypass the majority, if not all, of the fighting.
They're heading to the second pylon as well.
Okay, notice there's an ammo crate here in case you didn't ammo up on light rifle before.
Sounds like the Prometheans don't want the Covenant here either. The battle net's already lighting up with reports of resistance all around
Okay,
the pylon.
run up here and jump down. And hold here at the entrance until you hear drop pods. There we go, now sprint to this rock right here. And let's just stay put momentarily. I want to make sure the knights are not looking at me. Okay, run up here, sprint jump across to this spot, jump up here, sprint jump across. Okay, jump across to here. That's the 3 rock jump. And then run, turn, and oops, missed him. Back smack the knight there, and we just bypassed a major battle. The Prometheans were duking it out with the Coveys. Okay, here's another knight. Now you don't have to do this, but it's a lot of fun just to turn around and just nail that knight. Okay, grab a ghost and take the path that I'm taking here. Again, we're going to bypass another battle, firefight, to get to where we have to go. And just boost, run over Coveys if you have to, and get to this cave area. And now we're going to come out into another opening where another firefight's going on, and we're going to boost by that, running over whomever that we have to. Now the reason I held back there momentarily is that sometimes the Coveys are winning that little firefight and the Grunts are throwing grenades like crazy, and you can get nailed with a sticky. Okay, but that time they didn't, so. But I paused there momentarily to see if there's any stickies that have been thrown and are lying on the ground in my way. Alright, come out here and nail this elite. If you miss him, just make sure that you can get to this Banshee in a hurry anyway. And then take it straight up the middle here, headed for that circle at the pylon. Go as far as you can go here, and then turn right and down. Okay, and what we're doing here is the second pylon skip. Again, this if we had to fight it out, this would be an extremely difficult firefight. Because we got Banshees, and we got a lot of Cubbies, and so on and so forth. So what I'm doing here with this skip is bypassing all that and going right to the top of the pylon. And we're sort of outside the map here at this point. Then we come back inside, and then circle back down and around to this point. Notice the screen freezing. Alright, jump out of the Banshee. Run back down here, down this little ramp momentarily, because that will trigger the activate stalk to come up. And we'll just go ahead and activate. Select it. Pull the whatever it is out, and then back in. And that eliminates the interference at the second pylon. Oh, by the way, make sure that that thing is closed and dropped before you start running across it, or you'll fall into your death. Forgot to mention that on the first pylon. Okay, here we go. On to the final firefight. Or firefights, I should say. Through here. Now when we come out, there'll be a phantom out there dropping off Jackal Marksman or Sniper and 4 grunts. There. Take out the Marksman from above if you can, as that ramp drops. Otherwise, wait till he drops and take him out. Then take out the 4 grunts. As soon as you do that, then waypoints open up for the doorways. If you go right, it'll be a battle where the Cubbies are winning. If you go left like I am, it'll be a battle where the Prometheans are winning. And I happen to prefer to go left. Some people prefer to go right. Alright, now what I'm doing here is, I notice that on a heroic, that the Cubbies tend to look back a little bit. I'm going to take out this elite. He's in my way right now. Ironically, on Legendary, I could just bolt out of there and just do a sprint to where I want to go. Okay, once you get that elite out of the way, whoops, now the Promethean knows I'm here. So I'm going to try to sprint by him and into this open doorway, duck right, because sometimes he'll throw a grenade in after you. And we just survived the first encounter. Now we've got to do this again. This one's a little bit more difficult. What I want to do before I sprint to the next doorway, or the next area, is I want to take out the Watchers. Let's see if I can take out one of those 2 knights that are up there. One of them is apparently a binary rifle knight. Whoops! He teleported down, so this could take a while. I'll go down here and get some more ammo. There is an ammo crate down here. Okay. Oh crap, I missed the elevator. I'll just wait for it to come back down. And then I'll go back up. This is adding a few seconds to the run. I guess I could have jumped up on top of the ammo crates and got up that way. Okay, here, let's try this guy again. See? And that's a binary rifle. Okay, I got lucky there because he got nailed with a fuel rod from a fuel rod cannon, and that weakened his shields enough that I could take him out. Now I'm trying to do the same thing with the second knight, but I can't quite get to his head. Well, I can't even see him now. Where's he at? Now he's hiding. So, okay. 1 out of 2 ain't bad. Alright, darn it, missed the elevator again. I think maybe it's time to make that mad dash. I might try to hit him one more time here. He teleported out of the way before I could totally drop him, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to run by him and whack. He whacked me, but I survived. And up we go to the next encounter. This is more or less going to be a run by everybody deal. We've got Promethian Knights taking on elites right here, and there is also a turret up there. Now without Thunderstorm on, the Knight up here does not have a binary rifle, which is a good thing. I'm just going to run by everybody. I waited until the turret fired and then just started sprinting. You can see that the Knight's still behind me, but I'm not taking fire right now, and I got to the stalk here pretty easily. And that's really the end of the firefighting, and now we've got this scary ghost ride that we've got to do.
Chief, please.
And I have a technique for doing that I will share that makes it more survivable, if you will.
Get up.
In general, there's a lot of falling rocks and
Stabilize the core.
cave roofs falling down and stuff like that. And I think they're timed for when you take your finger off the boost trigger, the left trigger. So the idea here is to be boosting all the way through this ghost run. But if you do a true boost all the way through, there are places where you could easily lose control. So what I do is when I have to maneuver a little bit, I start pumping the left trigger. And it slows me down and lets me regain control, but the game thinks I'm still boosting. Now when I fly across gaps, I want to fly across at full boost, like that. Another one coming up here. We want to go across at full boost. We don't want to be pumping the trigger. Okay? And other than that, we want to stay more or less center, on a center pathway here. And I am basically going full boost. So like actually up here we got to do like a little S-curve thingy. This is where I'm pumping the trigger, lined up back to full boost. Full boost here. And I get out ahead of the falling rock. Okay, and I come into the cave, and now I'm going back to pumping the trigger to make sure I have control. And I'm able to get through with relative ease. I'm still pumping the trigger here. Everything's closing up, but I get through that section with no issues, no problems. Back to full boost. Alright, when I'm flying up in the air and such, as I come down to land, I'm going pumping the trigger. When I do the jump, I'm full boost. Full boost there, pumping the trigger, regain control. Okay, take the left side here. We got another cave to go through, and this is where I start pumping the trigger again. Slowing it down a little bit to keep control. Actually, I went to the right of that big pillar. And back out to the outside. Alright. And I come down, I'm pumping the trigger to make sure I have control. Come around the corner here. Alright, I'm at full boost across the gap. And here, pumping the trigger, full boost across, and there you go. That's Forerunner with the iron skull on, plus the 3 additional skulls that I turned on to help me out. And we skip the cutscene, and that should be the end of the mission. I hope this helps you in your quest for the weekly campaign challenge. This is Old Aniki signing off. Take care.